Welcome back, brothers, to the Junkies podcast. I'm your host, Grizzly. I'm joined today by my co-host, Hatter,
What's cracking, y'all?
and CornCob.
How's it going, boys?
All right, it's been a minute. We know this for sure. It's been a minute. It's been fuck. How long has it been? I don't even remember.
It's been a fat minute, a
It's
fat one, dog.
it's been a little over a
It's been
month.
too damn long.
Yeah, that's 100% for sure. So I don't know if any of y'all noticed. Apparently, you fucking noticed because my analytics have gone to shit. But we haven't been very active recently in personal uploads or in the podcast era. But yeah, uh, so a lot of shit's happened. Basically, a big fucking bomb called life dropped on our heads, and everyone just got caught by it all at the same time. I've been moving. Corncob got his hand broke. He streamed with it a little bit, but it hurt like a son bitch. And then he started back work when it got
Yeah.
healed. And fucking Hatter's been going through personal shit as well. But all that shit's done because we're back. And that's a good thing because now I'm going to be back on that grind, try to put out a video every week. I know Corncob's got a series he's doing up that's doing real well that I think looks badass, but I can't watch it all the way through because I want to play that game.
Yeah. It's honestly, it's crazy. I'm only 2 episodes in, and it looks nuts so far.
Bro, tell us a little bit about that game actually. We didn't even write this down in the notes, but now that we're talking about it, I wanted to hear a little bit about it because like I said, I haven't played it. Don't tell me like storyline, but tell me about the game a little bit.
Okay, I didn't really research anything about it at all. I was just scrolling through the store and I saw it and I was like, man, this looks pretty interesting. It's about a girl named Erica,
Mhm.
and oh man, it's honestly been a while since I played it. I know that she's having some problems with, I think it's, oh, okay, so she went through a traumatic experience when she was a kid,
Yeah.
and there was a recent crime that was somehow linked to it, and she's trying to help them find the person that did it, and she's going through some stuff with the police and trying to help her memory and stuff. It's
Okay.
there's some there's some creepier parts to it. Like there's this one part where like it's a decision-based game too, like Until Dawn.
Uh-huh.
And
Right, right.
there's this one part, and I know Chris has played all the way through it, but I told him not to tell me anything about it. But I was watching him when he got to this part, and there's a part where you see something down this hallway, and a phone rings, and you can check the phone or you can go down the hallway. And
Right.
me and Chris both checked the phone, so I want to know what's down that hallway.
Right. And see, that's I like those types of games, those decision-based games, because they have multiple like different pathways. Like Until Dawn, I did an Until Dawn playthrough on the Junkies like main channel, and I gave up on it because I fucking hate that game because I've played it so much. But when I first started playing it, fucking I loved it because every time I played it, it was a different game. Like it legitimately felt like a different game. So I kind of like those types of games. I heard the people who made Until Dawn just made a new game too. I saw PewDiePie
Man
playing
of
it.
Madon, bro.
Yep, it looks nice.
Dude, it looks
It's
it
pretty
looks
tight. It's pretty
crazy.
tight.
So
I want to get it. I
when
want to
it
get it.
comes to that, what was that game you were playing called again?
It's called Erica.
Erica. So the biggest thing I saw about it, because I did do a little research before I just up and bought it and played it, because I wanted to see like if it got good views, basically. But the biggest thing I saw is like it's not animated. It's not a game. Like it looks
No,
like a
it's literally
movie.
like a TV show with options. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
So that's fucking dope. I've never seen anything like that. Like there's always been like there's some games where either the cutscenes look better graphics or they look a little bit more real than the game, or there's even some games where the cutscenes are actual like footage of some shit. That doesn't
Yeah,
happen
but
much
this is
anymore.
this is an entire game of real footage.
That's badass. So they had to sit there and record every option that you could ever pick too. So you know they put work into that shit.
I I'm not too sure about that. There's definitely some parts that you can see are animated.
Well, yeah, when you make your
Um,
like when you choose your choices, like when it gives you the options, that kind of looks animated. But like you gotta like they recorded the lines and like the actors had to act for every option, no matter
oh
what you
yeah,
pick.
oh
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
everything.
That's cool. I like that. So if y'all want to see more of that, you already know. Description below. CornCob's channel is in there. Go check him out. He's got some Siege shit, and he's got that. Don't you have another Apex game or something? Or is it just Siege in that?
It should just be Siege in that for right now. I should have an Apex. Oh, actually, no, wait, I had to delete all my footage.
That's not good.
I don't know if there's gonna be an Apex video coming out.
Look, I'm working on Apex video right now, and I don't even know if there's going to be an Apex video coming out. Because I don't know if anyone's noticed, but I haven't uploaded anything but Siege for the past, like, 6 months. And I don't know how to edit a video that's not Siege. But,
So, apparently my Erica Part 2 did not upload.
yeah,
So
I told you
Part 1
that.
is up, but Part 2 will be up shortly.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you're actually getting that uploaded. I told you it didn't upload like a week ago, but that's all good. That's all good.
That was literally earlier today.
No, it was literally Tuesday. But anyway, so I just wanted to, touch base with everyone real quick about like where the fuck we've been, what's been happening. I'll delve into a little bit of my story later. If any of the guys want to delve into what they've done, they'll do whatever. But real quick, let's address the big thing that just happened. Literally yesterday. The big disappointment. Fucking the Area 51 raid.
The biggest of disappointments.
For real.
What the fuck, dog? Like, we were behind you.
1 million people that signed up on that hoe, bro.
I think it ended up being like 7 million people. No, it was 2-point-something million people signed up.
That's crazy, dude.
And a bunch of people.
Right. And only 150 people showed up at the gates. Like, what the fuck? Like, okay, so 3,000 people did show up at, like, the city that was nearest by. I don't remember what city it was. I read a Time magazine article, and I just kind of skimmed it. But, almost 3,000 people showed up at the festival, and they, like, raided the city, which, the people of the city were like, oh, what the fuck's happening? But, that's cool because, like,
bunch of old-ass people
right,
and shit.
Right. Fucking deep in the desert of Nevada.
And shit.
Because, it's some fucking, like, goofy, like, alien type people, you know what I mean? Like, people just fucking, like, wearing weird shit and throwing around fucking
bunch of little ass kids and weaves and shit, Naruto running around the fucking place.
Exactly, just fucking,
little crackheads, dude.
But something exciting did happen out of this, because I did hear that 3 people got in some serious trouble. When I mean serious trouble, I mean the worst of it was getting arrested for public urination. But 2 people did get detained.
Dude, I'm so sad about that too. I read a fake article and everything about some dude Naruto running into the gate and getting blasted down.
Clap, dog.
Just getting shot
Imagine to start clapping that kid, dude.
Like, some kid just takes off sprinting. All the guards are just like, what the fuck for a minute? And then they just pull up their guns and start laying into him.
I couldn't even shoot. If I was a guard in that scenario, I'd be laughing so hard I'd be pissing myself. Bro. There would be no shooting. I'd be fucking urinating all over the place. I would just get in a
Jeep and just, like, drive up and tap him with the bumper real quick.
I would just drive up next to him and tap him on the shoulder, be like, you want to get in, bud. No, that was a huge disappointment.
Don't make
I'm
that dude
sad.
You can't even see.
Don't make us call your parents.
Right. There's literally a man 600 miles away with a fucking like rocket laser on you right
50
now. Just
cal,
fucking
dog.
Yeah.
He's a 50 cal, 2 miles away, ghillie suit, laying down, has a perfect shot on your forehead right now. Don't move.
Just stop. Stop right now. Bro, why wouldn't they just put up landmines? That's what I want to know. Like, no guards,
dude,
just put a whole minefield.
Legs off and shit, dude.
For real. Gates, they should have just, like, gates open.
Yeah,
no
open them, like,
gates.
come on in, fuckers.
Fucking IEDs in the road and shit. Just come on now.
They just get, like, a quarter mile in and just...
Jesus.
Chain reaction, dude. People getting blown the fuck up everywhere, dude. Fuck.
That'd have been nice. Fucking A10 Warthog and fuck the manpower.
Cool to watch.
Yeah, I would have watched it. I'm not gonna lie. That would have been on Live Leak. You
Popcorn
already know
shit.
that'd have been on Live Leak immediately.
Dude, you know that the Naruto runners would have ran past that.
They'd have ran over them
before they blew up.
They'd have been so light. They just fucking. Jesus.
And like Kyle's, bro, they were so jacked up on Monster. That
right on that fucking monster, dog. Shit.
They just used
the bombs and were stepping over them like nothing.
No, they'd 100%. They'd use the landmines as impulse grenades and just push them forward.
Right.
For real,
They wouldn't
bro.
even be affected by them hoes.
Octane jump pads from Apex, bro. Just
Just
jump. Boom.
Jesus. Oh fuck, my ears fucked up. But yeah, I was let down. I didn't even know it happened. Like I honestly, it was so overplayed
We
and
all
so
forgot.
forgotten. Yeah, I was like, nah. And then
We
these
shouldn't have
two
made it a
reminded.
specific date. Like they should have done it way earlier, bro. Like
Oh,
when the
yeah.
hype was
Yeah, just
really
like-
around it.
Just some random date. Just everybody shows up and just.
Start
Right.
fucking charging at that hoe, dog.
That would have been effective, 100%. But yeah, it's bullshit. I do want to address another thing that I completely. I was gonna say it at the beginning, but some of you may notice this isn't being streamed. I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know if it's gonna be decent. I'm gonna edit this and then put it up. You know, this is kind of just a buffer podcast because this isn't gonna be as long as the ones we usually have. So yeah, welcome to the fucking meta podcast where I explain the podcast on the podcast. All right, I'm saying podcast too much. Let's move on.
Goofy.
So we were talking about video games and shit. Hatter, you were lucky enough to play the Modern Warfare beta.
Alright. I know y'all have heard about this shit, man. Ground War. They added. Okay, so Ground War's been in Call of Duty, but they switched it, bruh.
Right.
It's like, instead of like 8v8 or whatever the fuck it was, 9v9, it's 32 versus 32, like on some Battlefield
Jesus.
shit, bruh. They have tanks. They got helicopters and
Okay.
shit, dude. Battlefield is getting finessed like a motherfucker.
I did hear
It's
that.
crazy, dude.
One of the guys I was playing with earlier today asked me if I played the new Modern Warfare beta. I mean Battlefield 7. I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, there's literally like helicopters and tanks and shit.
It's fucking
Is
crazy.
it-
Yeah, you can get like air vehicle drops and shit from kill streaks, dude. And you get a nuke. You know how in MW2 you can get the nuke
The
and shit? You
Moab,
can get it
yeah.
on Modern Warfare, dude. So
That's
I mean, on those
crazy.
big ass maps, dude, holy shit. Come on now. And people
That's
have already gotten them, by
crazy.
the way. In the beta, crackheads.
What kills? Like, how
Crackheads
many
for
kills
sure.
do you have to get a nuke?
It's 25, I believe. 25.
That's
30,
a little
25.
low for a
It's been
32 v
30 for a
32.
while.
In
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 2 is 100. You had to get 100 kills to get the Moab. I remember
Are
that
you
distinctly.
sure
Yeah,
about
in
that?
only in Modern Warfare 2.
I thought it was 25, bro.
Mm-mm.
25
In
kills
Modern
per
Warfare
match.
3.
2, I thought it was. In Modern Warfare 3, it was 30.
Yeah, in 3 it was
Yeah,
30.
that-
Since
Well,
Modern Warfare 30, since Modern Warfare 3, it's been 30.
Yeah, 100%. Modern Warfare 2 was high as fuck though. But the thing about Modern Warfare
know there was
2's nuke, when you dropped it, the game ended.
Yeah, I know that there was a couple of games that they just left it out of because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know really how to do it. Like, because basically what the nuke did, like, because in Modern Warfare 3, when you dropped the Moab, it just gave you all the kill for the other team. And then, like, I remember
Yeah.
dropping the Moab and Dome, and it would change the look of the fucking,
Yeah. you'd
it
still
looked
be able-
cool as
yeah.
shit. Yeah, it looked like fucking apocalyptic wasteland type shit. But no, in Modern Warfare 2, the only time I ever dropped a Moab was in a custom game, and I just wanted to see what it was, so I let a dude kill me, or I let a dude kill me for 100 times, and he used it, and it just ended the game. It gave him a kill and ended the game. I don't know why they did that. That was a little odd. But
Bro, I could have sworn it was 25, dog. You might.
Nah.
Are you? Nah, you gotta look at it, bro. I could have sworn
dude,
it was 25.
I played Modern Warfare 2 religiously.
Bro, I'm gonna look that shit up later. We're gonna talk about it.
All right,
We're
we'll
gonna
look it
talk
up
about
later. Still pretty. I'm
But
pretty dead set
either
on it.
way, Battlefield is in trouble right now, dude. And not only that, they're saying they're adding another battle royale to Modern Warfare. So this shit is gonna have a bunch of stuff. It's gonna have a campaign.
Why?
I know, and that is crazy. It's crazy,
I mean,
right? Who wants
it's good
another
for the
battle
game.
royale?
It's good for the game because there's still people, even though Battle
All
Royale is
types of a
definitely
fan
dying.
base, a
Yeah,
huge fan base, bro. I
It's-
mean, they got a campaign, they got the multiplayer. They're gonna have a, by the way, upped ground. Were you fucking kidding me? 32 versus 32.
32
Fucking
versus
nuts.
32. That's crazy.
And then they're gonna have a battle royale.
How big are the
that's
maps?
nuts.
Are the maps decent on Ground War?
Oh yeah, they're fucking pretty big. It's like Conquest on Battlefield.
Jesus Christ. Of course.
Not as big, but it's big. You know what I'm saying? Like it's big.
It sounds good. Like, I'm ready to play it. The only reason I didn't get the beta is because I came in when there was only like 3 days left. And I wasn't going to download it for a day, play it for a day, and then be busy on Sunday. That would have just pissed me off. No, I'm excited for that shit. Another game I'm excited for that I know nothing about and I shouldn't bring up, but fuck it, is Breakpoint. Breakpoint looks bad ass, dude. And it may be
What is
because
that?
it's basically the next Wildlands. I don't know if you ever played Wildlands with
I
us.
didn't play that either.
Wildlands was a Tom Clancy game where it's a free roam game where you're in the middle of Bolivia and you're a special
Is that
ops.
Ghost Recon or whatever it is?
Tom Clancy's yeah, Ghost Recon Wildlands. Yeah.
Okay. I've
Yeah.
heard of it. I haven't played it.
It was fun as fuck. We played it for a hot minute, I remember. And I just reinstalled it. I'm playing it again because I love that game. But basically, the only thing I know about
Check it out.
Breakpoint is like at the end of Wildlands like game life, they just dropped DLCs to keep it alive for a little bit because they were secretly developing Breakpoint. And one of the last like not really DLCs, kind of like events almost is what it was, like community events. And last community event, they had this guy that came in. I don't know, I never did it because I stopped playing it at that point. So I may be butchering this, but apparently there was like this dude who you went and did a mission for, and at the end of the mission, you realized you were like fucking breaking down a government for him, and that's how Wildland ends. And in Breakpoint, instead of like in Wildlands where you're hunting the like cartel, that guy that you helped at the end of Wildlands is hunting you in Breakpoint. So not only do you have to worry about the cartel and the Unidad, but you also have this private militia dude that's like fucking gunning for you at every moment. So
Is
it
it
looks
already
pretty
out or is it coming out? When is it?
I think it comes out next month. I could be wrong.
Okay.
There's
Yeah,
a
makes
lot of
sense.
commercials. I think there's a lot of commercials on like YouTube and shit, so I feel like it's already out or it's coming out soon. But
Wait, what's it called again?
uh,
Breakpoint?
Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
It's gonna be interesting. Ghost War was hella fun on
Oh my
Wildlands.
god,
I
dude.
mean,
We spent hours on Ghost War.
I got some crazy clips on that hoe. Aces on aces.
It's dropping October 4th.
There you go,
October
yeah.
4th.
Yeah, next month.
I'm definitely gonna check it out.
For sure.
We don't even
Yeah,
got
so
that
it's
long,
gonna
bro. It's
be
like 2-3
60
weeks.
bucks,
Of course.
Yeah.
That's like the premium
but
rate.
there's an ultimate edition for 120.
Of course there is. Yeah, after fucking Red Dead Redemption
about
2, I won't be doing that ever again. Because I
Yeah,
wasted
Red Dead
that
was a
money.
disappointment with that online.
It's a flop.
Oh my gosh.
Bro,
They
you know
made
what
it
money
better.
I wasted? No. You wanna know what money I wasted? I wasted the 80 bucks I wasted on the pre-order of Shadow of the Colossus.
I never
Yeah.
tried that. It looked pretty cool though. Like it looked
Dude,
cool.
it was honestly, it was okay, but it was not worth the money I spent on the
yeah.
pre-order.
Was hyped up.
It was just like, it was a really old game that they revamped, so I was hyped for it.
Okay.
And then
I never
like,
played
I
it.
got it and I was like, man, this is
I never played
literally the exact same thing. It's just better graphics.
Right. I never played the original game, so I didn't even know anything about it.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I saw you play it when I was on that Hue grind, though, when I lived with you, and it looked decent. Like, I just wouldn't pay $80 for it. Shit. Well, what do we got up here next? We'll talk about it. So, all in all, Modern Warfare looks like a game we about to buy and about to fucking clap
So wait,
on.
Battlefield about to have some trouble, boy.
are we about to hop on Breakpoint when it comes out and just clap out or what?
I mean, it's
I'm
up
gonna
to
wait to
4
buy it.
players. I'm gonna buy it so you'll
I'm
have
gonna
it.
wait to buy it. Okay,
I'm
okay.
gonna buy it, so we'll all three have it.
Right.
Alright, but and Ninja will probably get it too.
Immediately,
Ninja loves
you
that
already
shit.
know. You already
Ninja
know.
love Gal will
first-
probably get it, so
My first paycheck will probably be right about the 4th.
I don't know when mine is, but I'll probably get it. I'll definitely get it sometime soon because I'm having shit paid off recently. So yeah, we're definitely gonna get on that competitive COD shit with Modern Warfare. That's what I was gonna ask you. Does it look like there's an area for competitiveness there?
you already know there's gonna be competitive because Call of Duty's always been about that and shit.
Right.
CWL, the COD World League, man, so much
Mhm.
money behind it. And so yeah, there's definitely gonna be some competitive, but it's not the same as it was. Because obviously with the mini map, like shots don't pop up on the map no more. When a person sprays with an unsuppressed weapon, their blip doesn't pop up on the map no more.
Right.
They may change that, because nobody really fucks with it
Is
so
that
far.
just in Ground War, or is that in all the game modes?
No, in all game modes. I think in Ground War it actually does pop up. I'm not sure, but in the main
Okay.
game modes it does not. That's what I know for sure.
All right.
So we'll see. It's slower paced. People are a lot more campy, and if you have the Ghost perk equipped, you can't be marked by UAV or nothing like that. So you're invincible to being
safe.
spotted.
Right, you're safe.
Exactly.
But that's
So
how it's
people are
been in
just
most of
camping and
them
shit.
anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless they had a counter UAV or some shit.
Right.
And
So we'll see what happens.
And with me,
I mean,
I've always played hardcore, so that makes no difference to me that
Right.
no one shows up because I've always played on such
it'll
like
be better for you, shit.
right.
It's gonna be better for you. It's a lot more tactical and slow paced.
I love that shit because I've always loved Battlefield, but the biggest thing I've hated about Battlefield, not even hated, but like I've always been more keen on COD because when you aim at someone, you shoot, they're dead. With Battlefield, you gotta like lead the shot and you gotta account for bullet arc and shit, which
Yeah.
I'm okay with. It's fun because it's realistic, but
It's a lot more realistic.
yeah.
it is.
I love it, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I just want to fucking point at you and you die. So that's cool with Modern Warfare,
Yeah,
that's
I
gonna
feel
happen.
On
like-
Ground War. Go ahead.
I feel
CornCob.
like Battlefield could be a lot more. I don't know really how to say this, but like, you die a lot in Battlefield because you don't have communication with your team and stuff, and
True.
you're
Right,
mainly
right.
just pushing by yourself. So like, I feel like if you
Yeah, you
had
gotta
like
have a
a
squad.
full squad with a mic and like you were communicating and playing, dude, I feel like you could fuck some people up in
Right.
Battlefield.
100%, dog.
Well, when we
100%.
play, we always do fairly well, even on Battlefield 5, which I'm not gonna say Battlefield 5 was a bad game. Like I enjoy it. I
They're still
enjoyed it
releasing
greatly.
shit. There's new maps out. There's new
Right,
guns and shit. They're
right.
still adding stuff to it. There's a good future for it.
I
but
think it's funny because Battlefield 5 to me feels more COD-y, like it's more fast-paced, and with like the
Right.
assault and the medic class, and you're talking about Modern Warfare being more Battlefield. That's kind of cool how they kind of just like switched it up there with the
Hey,
last two
wait,
games.
time out.
Yeah.
Grizz, do you have any alcohol?
Probably some beer or some shit, but it's upstairs. I ain't gonna go get it.
Whack.
On my 21st birthday, I'm gonna
gonna
get
say,
me
let's
3
all take a
bottles of
shot.
Jameson though. Hatter doesn't drink. He don't like that shit.
Hatter doesn't drink.
Nah, he ain't about it. But it's all good.
Mhm.
Some people just ain't about it. It's all good.
Hey, man, that's okay. I feel that.
More liquor for us in the KSJ house.
It'll probably
Yee.
change when I'm 21. So like,
True.
Hey,
Yeah.
dude. KSJ house, KSJ
you already
house.
know.
You
We gonna
already
be getting
know.
goofy.
Mm-hmm.
CornCob has a 3-room house.
He's got a point there. He really does. We just fucking kick Chris the fuck out. Jesus.
Bro, no, you know Chris. That nigga slept in the living room for as long as he
True.
did, he'd do it again.
And dude, literally right now I can afford like what I pay in rent at this house is your entire bill.
Bro,
So I
you would pay me less than you pay right now in rent than you do in your utilities.
Yeah, I pay literally anywhere from $200 to $600 in utilities right now.
Yeah, see, my utilities, my utilities for this month in total were $140.
Oh, dude, I could literally pay your entire bill. You could live there for free. That would save me money. The fuck? I could afford the gas from your house to my work and back, but I'm in a 2-year lease, so can't.
Damn, I was about to say, get your ass to talk wall.
I'd be kicking Chris to the small room, though. You already know. I want that big room back.
He took Brit's room.
Well, if
so
I'm
yeah,
paying
you
the
gotta look on that
utilities,
one.
that nigga's in the small room. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'll kick his ass back over there. I don't care. I got him a light. It's sitting in there. That's the only thing wrong with that room.
That's literally the only thing that was wrong with that room, and I can fix it. I just never did when I lived there, cause fuck that.
I
Fuck.
literally have the
Anyway,
light sitting in there. I just don't know how to hook it up.
speaking of the new house that I just moved into, I've got a couple stories about this. Well, first, not really related to the story, but another like, I had a way of getting online probably like 2 weeks ago, but I couldn't. And here's why. Because this was fuck. It was probably about it was the week I moved in. No. the week after I moved in to the new house. I was at work and I was fucking welding up some hitch assemblies for a fifth wheel trailer, which is basically all I do there. Not really, but a big thing I do there. And these things, they're 75 pounds when they're fully built out. They're like 25 pounds for the hitch box assembly and all the shit on there. And I was moving it and it was fully like built and I was just moving it to the back to cool because it's hot as fuck and I don't want to fuck with it. And I don't know what really happened. Like, I guess my right hand wasn't fully on, like fully grabbing it. And I never wear a glove on my right hand because that's what I'm like welding with and it gets hot as fuck. So I take the glove off to like cool my hand off. And it slips out of my hand and the whole hitch box falls on my right thumb. And I'd say about 1/8 of an inch up from where, like down from where your thumb starts, it just almost severs all that. It's just barely hanging on and shit.
Damn,
So,
boy.
Up until a week ago, I couldn't even put my thumb on the right analog stick. Like I couldn't feel it and shit. It was fucked up.
How's it
dude.
feeling now?
Numb as fuck. Can't feel it. All the nerve like it's completely nerve damaged at the tip of my thumb.
Did you go to the? I already know the answer. You didn't go to no.
No, I didn't go to no fucking hospital.
Hell no, that boy ain't go to the hospital.
This is exactly what I did.
I already knew that answer, bro.
I hit
He
it.
wrapped it in duct tape and threw some
Close.
fucking super glue.
Close. Oh, that's another thing I want to talk about, the super glue, but hold on.
Some guys at least, boy.
All right, so what I did was immediately it hit, and I was like, fuck, this hurts. So I put it in my hand. Like I put my thumb in my left hand. I was like, motherfucker.
Oh.
And then my hand gets wet. I was like, fuck. And I pull it out, and it's just bleeding profusely. Didn't get it to stop bleeding for 2 days, by the way.
What the?
So
fucking animal.
I went to the fucking first aid cabinet, and of course I work for the most low-life scumbag piece of shit there is in the world. Open the first aid cabinet, it's empty. It might as well have a post-it note that said, fuck you. So I run to the bathroom real quick, but with my, like, I was holding the blood, so because we have bloodborne pathogen, that's the only thing they do care about, is because they hire tweakers there who have AIDS from slamming needles in their wrists. So I go to the bathroom and I immediately grab the fucking like 1/2 ply toilet paper that he buys, and I pull out like 10 feet of it and wrap it around my thumb, and then literally by the time I find tape, which you'd think, tape, pretty easy thing to find. By the time I find it, I need new fucking toilet paper because it's just fucking soaked in blood. Throw it in the trash can, get new toilet paper, fucking double up on that bitch. My thumb looks like a fucking big old glob and shit. Wrap it in not really even duct tape, it was fucking boxing tape. Wrap it in boxing tape, and I just go about working. I get a fucking mop and clean up all the blood and shit. I go about working. I had to change the Band-Aid twice that day. But then I got home, and it severed the fucking thumbnail and shit, and it looked bad. Like, I was, like, talking to my mom, and I was like, I don't want to go to the hospital because my copay is $300, and I already know they're just gonna fucking put super glue in it. I can do that at home. Fuck that. I'm not paying $300 for a.
Cut that bitch off.
What they would have done is they would have
had no thumb.
Nah, it was only 1/4 inch up.
Dude,
it'd have been fine.
Let me overhype it, okay?
I mean, true. Yeah, they just amputated my whole arm. My right arm would be gone. I'd be Mr. Stubby from here on out. But no, so I was like, fuck that, dude. I'm not going to the hospital. And then I waited, and it didn't bleed. Like, it didn't stop bleeding for 2 days, and I was like, fuck. So I called my friend who's a nurse at the hospital. I was like, what would you do for a cut on the tip? Because I know for a fact it's on the tip of my finger, and it goes the length of my thumb. They can't put a stitch in that. They would actually literally just as soon cut it off than put a stitch in that, because there's no flesh to stitch into on the tip of your thumb, really. So it's like, I know you ain't going to stitch it. What are you going to do? Just squirt super glue in it? And I'm saying this as I'm fishing super glue out of the, like, drawer. I've got super glue. I was like, what, are you just going to squirt super glue in it? They're like, well, we used to, but you actually can't do that anymore. And I have the cap off. The cap's in my hand, and the super glue's above my thumb. And I'm like, why? They're like, oh, there's this new agent that they put in super glue to make it dry faster that will cause an infection and you'll lose your finger.
Glad you knew that.
I put the cap on the super glue, I threw it in the thing, and I pushed it closed, and I was like, what can I do? And she says, just get some big bandages and Neosporin and keep it clean. I'm like, okay, cool. So fucking cold water, cleaned it out. Fucking hurt like a bitch too, because I had to take a Q-tip and actually clean it out, because where I work there's carbon black everywhere. Like there's carbon black in places I should never have carbon black in my life. So I had to take a Q-tip and clean it out,
Oh.
and then fucking wrap it in these big ass bandages that I bought. They were pretty nice. I still have a bunch for it any other injury I need it for. But yeah, and then fucking it healed up after I like bandaged it properly and wasn't using duct tape and toilet paper. It healed up pretty quickly, stopped the bleeding, and yeah. But like you can see on the tip of my finger, like the blood blisters and shit. Well, there's about 75 of them on the tip of my finger just from nerve endings that are severed.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're probably trying to regrow back.
Yeah. It'll take, well, okay, so,
Months.
yeah, it'll take
Ever.
months or, yeah.
Bro, there's definitely some permanent damage.
Oh,
from the
guaranteed.
thing, right? I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know,
Yeah, you'll probably never be able to use that thumb the same again.
No, yeah, I just should cut the thumb off right now, I think. Fuck it. But
That's
no.
not what I meant.
Cleaver that hoe.
I can still feel my whole thumb. It's just the tip of my thumb that has nerve damage. So, like,
Oh, okay.
so it kind of feel
Playing
like,
games is gonna feel weird.
yeah, that's all it is. I'm gonna reach for something maybe sometime, and I'm gonna feel like my thumb is a quarter inch farther than it really is. And I'm gonna jam my thumb a lot. Basically, that's it. I've already done it 3
Gonna be
times this
fucking
week.
Smacking buttons, dog.
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
But yeah, it's all healed up good. Fucking
fucked.
now it just looks like a
Switches
teeny
to
weeny little
PC,
cut. Get literally.
Tries to slam the keyboard, the space button every time he wants to jump.
Jump!
Fuck.
But yeah, so that was a big reason why I haven't been on just here recently, because I didn't have internet. I had a way to use my hotspot, but I'm glad I waited because now we have this good internet that isn't booty cheeks. So yeah, that was the story of me trying to cut my fucking thumb off.
You gotta be careful next time, boy. What the fuck?
Dude,
Y'all gotta have some medical supplies, my boy.
I bought them and
Hey,
stocked
real-
them. Like I took that
Real
paycheck
quick,
and I
are
bought
we-
like what?
Are we taking turns like explaining why we've been gone for a while?
You can if
Or
you want
you
to.
I'm gonna
just
pass up
explain
on mine. I'm gonna leave
Yeah,
mine
we
alone.
already
I
know
mean,
why you
uh,
passing up on yours, Goofy.
it?
Here you go.
I mean, like, I guess I'll talk about it. Yeah, so I had something go down, and I broke my pinky in my right hand, which is my dominant hand, so I couldn't do anything.
And if any of y'all
Um,
follow him on YouTube, you see he uploaded a video, and it's more hilarious than you
was-
playing the game seriously, because like I know how you how you play regularly, and then seeing Broken Hand Siege, I was like, that's fucking hilarious. I died just because of how
Broken
much
Hand
you.
Siege was
Go ahead.
also on the first day I broke my hand.
Yeah, so it was probably at its fucking worst.
Yeah, peak not being able to do anything. I played rarely throughout
Yeah,
the time I was in the cast.
because you broke your hand
But-
like a week or so before I left. Before I moved.
Yeah. And then after that, was a long struggle. Not really that long, but it was a struggle for a little bit with some medical bills. Sold my car, got a new car. Been working on that. My hands are actually fucking filthy right now because I've been trying to replace my brakes and rotors today.
Shit, I
And-
wish you
oh,
would have called
dude,
me and got me
Isn't
out of
it
work.
just, dude, isn't it just absolutely lovely when you go to, like, when you buy a car and, like, there's some problems with it that
Right.
you're gonna spend a little, but you buy it for a project car because you want that car and you want to put some work into it.
hmm
Hell yeah.
Well, that's what I did with this, and I didn't realize that the guy I was buying my car from was a complete idiot, dude.
Fuckhead.
I take off my front driver's side tire, to
Mm-hmm.
take off the brake calipers, the pads, and the rotors. I got the caliper off after, dude, what seemed like fucking forever. It should have been a fucking 30, 45-second job.
Need a hammer.
Turned
That's all
into
you need.
45 minutes. No, dude, we had a hammer. Trust me, that thing was not coming
Couldn't
off.
knock it off. Wait, did you drive it before you got it off?
Yeah,
Like,
obviously.
oh, that's a problem. You gotta be careful with that.
Why?
Because the thing that happens,
No, no,
like,
no. It was because the rotor had been worn so far that it
yeah,
had a lip on it.
yeah.
That was why it was fucked up.
I'm saying, but like
I
when you
got
take them
a
off after driving, and you get them off there, they can warp them because they're hot, and then you pull them off and they form.
Oh, no. It hadn't been drove very recently.
Oh, okay,
It had
okay.
sat there for like an hour or two.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, so I got that off, and then we go to pull the rotor off, and it's a fucking Allen wrench, and it's
What?
stripped.
Oh,
Dude, it looks like a
fucking
circle
course.
in there. Dude, I'm like, dude, fuck. So we find the size that it is, and so I grab the next size up,
Yeah.
and I grab a hammer, and I start smacking it in there, trying to get it to fucking just
Didn't
flatten
I
out.
didn't I ever
It,
teach you the
it's
ancient
still not
Chinese
doing
secret
it.
for that?
What?
A grease rag, dude. You get the right size or a size down, and then you put a grease rag over it, put it in there, and smack it with the hammer, and it'll turn right away. Because it fills that space with the grease rag.
Dude, that's fucking smart as shit. Oh my god, we've got shop towels and everything.
There you go.
Oh, I wish it didn't work tomorrow.
I'd fucking be there, dude.
Yo,
Well,
what are you doing
next,
tomorrow morning?
I don't know.
How close do y'all live to each other now? Because I know y'all just.
I
It's
did.
like 30 away.
No, I
somewhere
moved.
around
Since
there.
I moved, I'm like 17 miles from Stillwater, so I'm still not far.
Oh, so you're about 45 minutes from me.
Yeah, I'm 7 miles east of Perry. You know where you dropped me off at the fucking casino?
Yeah, okay, so
Yeah, I'm
if you're
10
that
miles
close,
southeast
dude,
of that.
you're a 20-minute drive from me.
Easy.
For me. For me.
Yeah,
How
if
I
I
drive.
had the money, I'd have been there this weekend, but I didn't have the gas money. Because I want
Yo,
to take
if
the
you're not
Lexus on a
doing,
big. Oh, by the way, I
dude,
bought a
you need to come
Lexus.
down next weekend. Yeah, I saw it, dude. You need to come down next weekend so we can check it out. And I can take you out in the Beamer, and you can take me out in the Lexus.
I bet. I'll do a little
Whipping.
story about the Lexus
Shoot.
when you're done with your story too, because I was scared
Bro,
when I first
no.
bought it.
Let me tell you about some shit the other day, though. Okay, so me and little homie go out to go slang it a little bit. I get out into this gravel parking lot, and I'm trying to slang it, and bro, this thing wants to fucking push the front end. It does not want to whip that ass end around. So I'm like, dude, fuck it. We're gonna go find another parking lot. I slow down, and I hear slap, 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 slap. I was like, dude,
God.
please do not tell me I just popped the tire. I get out, and I'm looking at this back tire, and dude, the inside is fucking corded as fuck with like a long ass
Jesus.
strand of about 3/4 of the inside corner of this tire. Dude, I am stressed.
Bro, speaking of tires. Alright. So when I first bought the Lexus, I knew like it's a 98. It's kind of older. The inside's beat up. The outside looks pretty good other than just like weather damage and shit.
Yo, hold up, real quick.
Mhm.
Okay, so the Beamer's a 2006. Push to start, nigga. I'm hype.
That's nice.
Crazy.
That's hella
They gotta
nice.
push the start.
That's
Dude,
badass.
It's clutch.
You gotta tune that hoe up for real, dog.
For real.
Did you see my story the one day of me starting it up that morning?
I didn't.
Bro,
sent me a
I'm gonna
video
have to
you
let
starting
it
that shit
sit
up.
for a day and then fucking cold start that thing and send you guys a video. This thing sounds mean, dog.
Hell yeah.
Fucking mean.
You already showed me a cold start, homie. That shit did sound good as fuck.
Oh,
Hell
it
yeah.
sounds so good. I love.
Yeah. But
Beamers
when
are special, dog.
they're
you know
nice.
what
They're
I mean?
fucking nice.
Hell yeah.
When I first bought the Lexus, cuz I'm buying it from family and getting a really good fucking price on it too. Fucking we went and drove it home because it was in Covington basically, and I had to drive it all the way back to Perry. And on the dirt
Not far
road,
from you.
no, not too far, like fucking 20 miles or so. But just we took it on the highway to like really test it, and you got to go dirt roads to get to the highway, and it was all good. We checked the lights, we checked the windows. It's got a sunroof that works amazingly. Fucking the AC will freeze you the fuck out in 2.5 seconds. It's a
Ooh.
luxury car. It's luxury as fuck. The only thing I need to do is fix the like interior upholstery and shit because the guy who had it before me worked at the same place I do and didn't put seat covers on it. So it's carbon black the fuck out. Um but so we take down dirt road. It's driving good. It's not pulling. I ain't hearing any knocking, which is amazing. Fucking then we get it on the highway, and immediately it starts fucking just and shaking like a motherfucker. So I was like, oh fuck.
Oh
I was like, it's a
God.
tie rod in. It's a tie rod in. I just thought the worst immediately. And my stepdad's like, nah, it could be the struts. I was like, no, it's a tie rod in, or it's a ball joint, and we're gonna die. It's fine. I gotta drive this to work tomorrow, by the way. The Ford Ranger just stopped starting. Like, I just crank it over and it just doesn't start now. So that's 3 vehicles, by the way.
Whoa. When the fuck did you get a Ranger?
I told you when I got it. Before I moved, I was driving a Ranger for a while. It's my cousin's, and he just let me borrow it, so I was just driving
What?
around for a while. Yeah. So not only did, at the beginning of this year, the Jeep that I still owe money on shat out on me. That's my project
Broke
car now,
down.
by the way. That's my project car, like 100%. Then I had the Bug, the diesel Volkswagen Bug.
What happened to the Bug?
There was a short in the alternator, and it caused it to. There was a short in the starter that caused the alternator and the starter to go out, and it caused it to kill 2 of my batteries. So I've got to find the short, but it's not mine, and I didn't put any money into it. But I'm gonna
Nah.
help my cousin.
Nah, dog. Whoever that is, let him have their Beetle back and let him fucking blow it up.
Well, it's my cousin. He's literally across the room from me right now, or like in the next door. But I'm gonna help him fix it just because he let me drive it for free for like 8 months. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I feel
So I'm gonna help him
I feel
fix that at some point in time. It's just a short. I can find that easy peasy. But and then the Ranger. The Ranger didn't have reverse, and also didn't have neutral.
Dude, I'm so confused because I never heard about this Ranger.
Yeah, you did. You were
Literally,
just super stoned.
the last time I heard from you, bro, you were still driving that Bug.
No. It was all right. Remember when we were talking about you turning into an 8th grade boy?
Are you talking about the retarded 3rd grader, you mean?
Yeah, retarded 3rd grader. I told you
Well,
about
yeah,
it
you
that
should.
day. I told you about it that day.
Kieran, have you not heard that story?
After the
don't think I've heard
podcast.
the
After the
story,
podcast. We
Bro,
can't
no,
tell
no,
that.
I'll tell that shit on podcast. I don't give a fuck.
Bro, you made me take it out of a video. I could have got so many yolks out of that shit, dude.
Bro, I was still with her then. That's why.
Alright, fucking tell the story real quick.
Alright, so bro,
Alright.
my ex, she was giving me some head, and bro, like I'm gonna
Gee.
be honest, I never
You
had
said
a girl
retarded
suck on my
3rd grader,
balls.
What the fuck?
Bro, I had never had a girl suck on my balls before.
Dude.
Okay, I literally had a hold of her hair, was fucking going ham, and then bro, she like pulled off and started sucking on my balls. I dropped her hair, my hands went up to my shoulders, and I was just like,
That's
Bro,
so
I
bad,
couldn't do
bro.
jack
Of course, that's
shit,
the
bro.
name of the story. Of course, that's the name of the story.
Oh, that's
Ninja, we
amazing.
doing a little pre-recorded podcast.
That's
Oh
amazing.
my god.
Yeah, welcome
Oh my
Ninja to the
God.
podcast. Perfect
That's
timing.
so bad, bro.
Yeah, no, that was an interesting night. Bro, I'm
Fucking-
so mad though. Like, she had the ability to make me go literally retarded,
Retarded.
but couldn't make me nut.
That's amazing.
Bro, she fucking started like, after a while, she started like grinding her, like fucking teeth grinding on my shit, and my dick went soft so fast.
Nope, can't do it.
So fast.
Every girl, dude.
That don't sound too good.
Every girl I've had do that to me does the same thing, dude. Every time. I fucking can't stand it. I'm against blowjobs. I'm the lonely guy in the world who's against blowjobs, I guess. Can't do them.
Nah,
I fuck with
you're
them,
not.
dog.
I don't like
fuck
them
with
either.
dog. I love
Like,
them,
they-
dog. So far.
Like, they
So
alright
far.
to start everything, but shit.
Yeah. Blowjob is foreplay. That's how it is.
We got hella off topic.
Yeah, we did. Anyway, back to the
We were talking
Lexus.
about
That's how you know
cars.
it's good. That's how you know it's a good fucking podcast. Like
You
a
got a
good
point
combo.
there. You got a point. Fucking.
We did go off topic. That's crazy.
Where was I on the
Crazy
Lexus
off
story? I don't
topic.
even remember now.
Neither do I. We were talking
'cause
about the
you-
bug, homie.
You forgot. You were never told he was driving the Ranger.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I went through fucking 3 vehicles in like 9 or 10 months. So I'm already on edge when it comes to even starting up a vehicle. And then we get to the highway and I hear this fucking do. I'm like, fucking tie rod in. Or ball joint. I haven't. The good thing about it was like, the guy who I bought it from said, I don't want a payment right now. Take it for a week, try it out, and then pay me next week. He's like, if you don't like it, no harm done. Bring it back, bring it back tomorrow if you want to. I was like, okay, cool. So I have a buffer zone at least. I'm not in a contract with this. So we get to the gas station and I'm freaking out. I get out of the car. I go to, because I've gone like 10 miles on the highway with this fucking do and shaking uncontrollably. So I've already located where it is and I know what I'm looking for and I go. It's on the passenger side front tire and I go and I'm looking and I'm like shaking the tire. I was like, well, the tire's not loose. The lug nuts are tight. Well, I thought the lug nuts were tight. And I look at the brake, like the rotor's not bent, nothing's up. I was like, what the fuck? And I told my stepdad to get in and back it up. And as he backed it up, I feel the most fucking abnormal, disgusting, grotesque bump in the fucking tire. Like a 3-inch bubble in this bitch. Like, I don't know how I didn't see it when I pulled the car out. And the guy who sold it to me, he's an old man. He's a sweet old man. And I feel sorry for I don't know why, but I immediately felt sorry. He's like, yeah, I went to go get gas and it felt like the tires were unbalanced. I was like, if you'd have drove 10 more miles, you'd have fucking crashed into the side of the road, right? No, but yeah, so it was just, it had been sitting so long and overinflated that it just put a big ass bubble in the tire, and that was the problem. So when we got home, I immediately jacked that bitch up and I took the tire off. And the reason I said I thought the lug nuts were tight because I put the 4-way tire iron on the lug nut and then just barely pushed, and all the lug nuts came off, like just barely pushing on them. I was like, well, that's also awesome. So luckily there was a spare in the back that he told me was. He's like, I don't know if it's any good. I aired it up, and I aired it up 2 weeks ago, and it's still holding air.
I got a question for you real quick. How do you measure like
tread depth?
How much? Like no. How much? How do you measure your torquing of your tires? Like what do you call a turn on that?
I have no idea.
There are a lot of torque wrenches that.
Bro, no. That's
No,
not like
you're
what I'm
not talking about the lugs. You're talking. Okay, yeah, I have no idea.
I'm literally I'm talking about me and my friends. We have when we're torquing our lug nuts and shit, we call it ugga duggas.
Yeah.
Because we're using like an impact,
Mm-hmm.
and you get that ugga dugga sound.
Yeah.
And we normally go like 2 or 3 ugga duggas.
Yeah, that's probably what I would do.
So what I was about to say does apply. There are a lot of torque wrenches that they have settings on them that set it to specific amounts of torque.
Those are so expensive,
though. Set it to 100 pounds of torque.
Yeah, for real.
And then when you're cranking it, when it gets to 100 pounds of torque, then it'll start clicking, kind of how an impact driver would. Or if you set it to like 150 pounds of torque, then when you get it to 150, then it'd start doing the clicking, kind of how an impact driver would.
Here's
there are torque wrenches that measure the torque for you as you're cranking.
Hyper bubbler.
Hyper bubbler? What the fuck? Here's the.
I'm serious. No. Piper bubbler.
Bubbler. Duh.
But I used one of those on my Bronco.
I'm gonna be honest with you, when it comes to impact, you motherfucker, when it comes to impact drills, I never, ever put the tire on with them, and here's why. Because if you do alright, so like you're saying, you could do 2
Please
hubba
continue
bubbas.
this. Let me roast the fuck out of you.
With a regular vehicle, my bad. With a regular vehicle, I would never use an impact drill. But because what you can do is you can actually bend your hub by over hubba bubba-ing one side more than the other. So when you take them off, 100% fucking take them off with the impact.
No, no, you never take them off with an impact. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, you can.
Yeah, you
honestly,
can.
taking them off doesn't matter at all. Putting them on is really when you should use them.
You can. What I'm saying is you can. Personally, I don't, because you can bend your hub and crack it on the highway that quick with an impact. So like I said, you can use them, but if you don't have a
okay.
gauge...
The only way that you're gonna over impact and bend and break your hub is if you literally just put one bolt in and then just screw that motherfucker all the way in.
No, that's not true.
Like if you're smart and you...
I broke one just by putting it on. Like, because I always put it, like, I hand tighten it with...
Did you torque it like you would torque a drum head?
Yeah, fucking cross, star.
Then,
you
dude,
do it the right
I don't
way.
know how the fuck you did that.
Because you don't know what the power of your torque fucking drill is. Because all of them are set at different specifics. Like, pneumatics are usually at 150, but electrics are usually at 75.
I usually only use ones that are specifically designed for tires.
But do you know what the pound torque it is?
It's fucking 75 to 86, I think.
Okay.
It's weird. It's not like an even number.
Right. Well, because it's not gonna be. It's gonna be a range, yeah. But it's in the like 75, 80 range.
I try to torque mine to 83.
That's perfect. Yeah. So yours has a gauge on it, so you can actually show where it's at.
Well, I've used one that's had a gauge on it before.
Oh,
and that's
okay.
normally where I put it at.
Yeah, yeah. That's perfect. But like that one that plugs into the wall, it shouldn't.
Actually, wait, hold up. Where the fuck is my phone? I want to know what like the perfect torque is, because I'm thinking about it now.
Right. Hand torque, they always say, like, I've always been told that you can't hand torque over 100 pounds. I'm sure you can, but usually
yes,
you don't want it to get above 100, because that's when you start bending your hub, and that's when problems happen. But anyway, we're getting way the fuck off topic, and we're already at almost an hour. But, yeah, so I fixed that fucking tire. Smooth sailing. It's fucking beautiful. I love that car. What the fuck? Do we have anything else? I don't really have to tell that story.
I've got one more thing to address.
Yeah, tell that. I'm not going to tell my story. You address that at the end, and then we'll wrap it up.
Okay, so, back in the last podcast, your boy had kind of a sad boy moment and got into some deep shit. Just in case anyone was wondering, that was old CornCob, new CornCob. He's all good. I'm in a much better mindset, and I'm living life, and I'm happy.
It's nice that I almost liked the fact that we left it on a cliffhanger and that we got real deep, because even though we're not like big content creators, we're not huge, it's still nice for like the audience to have a look inside of what we are, because we do, we're all at some essence comedians. Like, we all enjoy being funny, and I don't know if you know anything about the history of comedy, but it usually comes from a place of like darkness and shit. Like, you use comedy to cope with bad shit, so it's kind of... Whoa, what is that microphone nonsense?
Hey, yo, sorry, my headset died. It just came back on.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so it's kind of nice to have like someone's echoing really bad too. I think that's crazy though.
But I can somewhat hear it too. I'll mute my mic and then just talk, and if you can hear it, or just say so.
The wonderful thing about this is I can edit all of this out. I don't know where I was though. But yeah, I think it's really cool that we had that kind of like deep talk, and maybe later on down the road we can have more deep talks and shit.
Hell yeah.
I'm cool with that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have notes-wise, someone is still really echoing, but it's fine. It's just towards the end, and no one watches this all the way to the end anyway.
It's honestly probably me right now.
it's not
Yeah,
me.
because your
My
mic
mic's
quality
muted.
got weird too. Like, it got fucky.
Yeah, it's fucky when it is plugged in and dead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so, Hatter, do you have anything else? Okay, Hatter died. CornCob, anything else?
Nah, man, it's all good on my side.
Alright, we're all good. So I'm gonna go through my end spiel real quick. Once again, thank y'all for watching. Thanks for all the support and love. Sorry that we've been gone for so long. That's not going to happen anymore. At least not anytime soon. I'm gonna be uploading on a solid schedule. I know CornCop's got some shit in the books. Hatter's got some shit on backlog.
I'm gonna try to post at least twice a week.
That's perfect. Once a week even, it would
If
be
not,
perfect.
I'll post once a week, and I'll definitely stream multiple times a week.
Hell yeah. And I gotta fix your stream in the description because for whatever reason, Twitch links don't like to work. I don't know why. But speaking of the description, if
Whack.
y'all enjoy what you saw here and you want to see anything from these guys or me or Aderlin, because he wasn't here unfortunately, but he will be here soon, all you got to do is go down in the description below, click on the link from my main channel, check out that shit, CornCob's main channel, check out his, Hatter's main channel, check out that shit, or Aderlin. Everyone's main channel's down there. We have the ats for Twitch for mine and Hatter, and I think CornCob's Twitch, but not links, so all you gotta do is type in the ads down there, and you can join our Discord to stay plugged in and stay connected with whatever we're doing as soon as we're doing it. We're really bad at uploading that, but that's only because no one's there. Maybe go join it and check it out. Another perk to the Discord is you can listen to all these podcasts through the Rhythm channel in our Discord. That's the only place you can listen to them other than YouTube, because we're too stupid to upload them to Libsyn or Spotify. But I think that's going to be about it. Until next time.
No.
What?
We're just too cheap to upload them to Spotify.
Oh, it's free. I just don't know how to do it.
Wait, it's free?
Well, it's free to upload them to Libsyn, then they got to be accepted to go into Spotify. But it's free.
I thought you had to pay to get them on Spotify.
Nah. You just have to know how to
that's lit.
upload them in certain ways, and I don't, because I'm dumb. But, yeah. So, until next time, we'll catch y'all later. Peace.